Let's start, shall we? Welcome and thanks for being here. I'm Pierre, and today I'm going to show you how you can improve your visibility for any kind of establishment, whether you're a big business, big hotel chain, or a small restaurant. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to show you a quick few tips, few advices on how you can improve your visibility. So I do not come from, yeah, this is my dog, his name is Jean-Luc, but I do not come from, I would say, internet background at all. I come from an environmental background. I did IUT in Lorient, but I got lucky enough to join a business school after that and join a startups where I discovered my love for internet and computers and marketing. I joined after that a few agencies where I learned growth hacking. Does the term growth hacking mean something to you? When I say growth hacking, what does it say to you? The term hacking. Yeah, kind of. That's right. That's kind of borderline. So a few years ago, you were able to acquire customers. I'm not a developer. I'm not an engineer. I don't know how to code. But growth hacking is more related to marketing. So it's acquiring customers at a high pace rate. Acquiring customer by thousands of them through advertising, through more or less legal stuff. But anyway, finding the best way to acquire customers. And then I moved to a company which is right next to your other campus called Samboat, which is a boat rental marketplace. I was the head of marketing there for 3 years, and I grew up the marketing team from me being alone to up to 12 people, all speaking several languages: Spanish, English, French, Italian, German too. And after a few years there, I decided to stop everything, and I decided in December to start traveling and launch my own agency called Cosmologo. So, as you know, this was the best time of the year for traveling. I got lucky enough just to travel a bit in Thailand, work near the beaches, and while launching my own agency, where we specialized on growing tourism and leisure businesses through SEO, through advertising. So over the time, I managed to grow through several travel websites. So this is a growth curve in terms of traffic, the number of visitors, number of people that goes into your travel website. I managed to grow those websites, and I've managed to make them appear on either national, local newspaper, like Le Bonbon, maybe some of you knows, or bigger one, like National Geographic or BBC. For the story, even the business I was head of marketing previously, Samboat, even got accepted as a BBC news business. I think was live TV, 8 o'clock in the evening. So it was the busiest time for the TV channel. It was pretty successful. During the presentation, of course, do ask questions. We are kind of a small team right here, so it's really good. I don't want to be speaking all by myself all the time. Please interrupt me, especially if you don't know if you don't know the word I'm talking about, or if you don't know the concept I'm talking about, or basically if you got any question, please do ask, because it's boring just talking by myself. So yeah, just before that, it's been a while that I haven't speak English. I do mostly through my keyboard, so if my word doesn't make any sense, just stop me, right? Yeah. Good. So today, we're gonna try to fit it in 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. We're gonna see how you can find your own acquisition channels, not only through social network, which is one way of getting customers, but there is plenty of other acquisition channels. And this will make even more sense if you're planning to launch your own business some days, or since you are in business school, you're gonna probably be mostly one of the managing director, or managing a lot of people, or even though managing the entire business. So I think it's quite important for you to know that, and you'll see, through I'm talking, you'll probably get some ideas on how we can apply it to your own business. You're gonna be an intern soon, or maybe to your business later. So you're gonna see how we can find your acquisition channel. We're gonna talk about viral marketing. We're gonna talk about public relationships, search engine optimizations. Does the term search engine optimization and search engine marketing, does it ring your bell? Does it mean something to you? We're gonna see that later. All right. All right. One thing I found by working with a lot of travel businesses, a lot of hotel, a lot of hospitality businesses is most of the company are dinosaurs, especially into this sector. They do not adapt rapidly enough to how things change. It sounds like a cliche, but on the internet, it does change very fast. The techniques I learned 5 years ago, you can't apply them anymore. You gotta adapt, you gotta learn new way. Especially that when I'm sorry for saying that, but when I hire interns that come from business school, most of them doesn't know a single thing, doesn't know shit about digital marketing, or doesn't really know how to apply in the real business world. You gotta learn by yourself, and it's the same for companies as global pictures. They do not know how to. They're still dinosaurs. Their technique of acquisitions are all way of acquiring customers. As I told, they're way behind the real potential. They do not use the real potential of their website. They do not use the real potential of what they're offering, their product, their services. And why is this gap? Is basically because your current skill acquisitions it's a mess right now. I already say that thing I learned a few years ago. It's not reliable anymore. You gotta learn every day. You're gonna find a new way of being relevant. And I hope through this presentation you're gonna be more relevant than your colleagues. This is quite nice statistics. Over 83% of the tourists make a business decision, with a purchase decision based on the internet research. You can put tourists, but it's the same for everyone. Even you, if you think about it, how do you look for product? Do you still go to the store, or do you look online first? Do you look for reviews first? Do you want to go on vacation with your friends, or you want to go to this nice restaurant that you heard about? How do you look on the internet? How do you go first before buying the product, before buying the services? How do you behave? Do you look for reviews? Do you compare with other products or other services? Do you compare with other restaurants? Do you try to see if it's legit? So the way of people are buying completely changed. And understanding how your client buy and who they are, it's not primordial. If you do not understand this, you're going straight to the wall. And it's the same for every businesses, even more right now with internet. So understanding your clients, what I would recommend you is basically brainstorming. To understand your clients, you cannot please everyone, especially if you are a restaurant, if you are hotel. Right now, I'm working with, maybe you heard of them. It's called Parcel. They are doing a tiny house in Saint-Emilion. They've been doing a lot of publication lately. Le Bonbon, I think, all the big national news. Anyway, they learned who were the clients, because they know the clients typically is women or couples who are in their late 30s and want to do something exciting. And everything they do on the communications on their website is targeted through these people. This is what we call in digital marketing persona. Persona, you gotta find those. Persona, how do you find those? Basically, you take a sheet of paper and you write all your ideas you get. And how do you get those ideas? You speak to your colleagues. You speak to your past clients. You speak to your current clients. You launch surveys. This is why you get on your inbox sometimes. Can you take 3 minutes answering these quick surveys? Can you tell us about more about you? This kind of stuff. But this is really important. It doesn't matter if you are solo entrepreneur, if you're a one-person business, or if you're managing 10,000 of people. You gotta understand who is your customers. Then you gotta understand how they buy. In digital marketing, this is how we call the buying process. So buying process is split into 3 different ways. Once again, if if it's quite complicated or if it doesn't make sense, do not hesitate to stop me. So as the first step, you got the awareness level. Awareness level. There is a lot of people on this level. This is people that got a problems, got an issue, where to go on holidays, where to eat in Bordeaux, what is the best place to sleep in Paris, what are the best, what to do in the weekend near Paris. So they get an issue, but there is plenty of people who get the same issues, right? And then they go through the consideration channels. They're gonna review, they're gonna compare before making the decision process. And during your entire communication channel, through your website, through your social network, through your any way you can, any acquisition channel you can find, you gotta think of this buying process. You cannot target people on the awareness level the same way you target people on the decision process. So I'm gonna take an example just right here. If you are, imagine you are managing La Cité du Vin, right? And you have to find a way of acquiring new customers because your sales have been decreasing over the last month. Instead of targeting, you might target people that want to go straight for review of La Cité du Vin. But you won't find a lot of people because maybe tourists, they don't know, they really don't know what La Cité du Vin is, or they never heard about this business, right? They heard about other museums, they heard about other activities in Bordeaux, but they never heard about La Cité du Vin. So instead of targeting La Cité du Vin review, what you want to do is you want to go higher into the acquisition funnel and the buying process. And maybe you're going to start writing blogs. Maybe you're going to start, I don't know, appearing on newspaper around what to do in a rainy day in Bordeaux, what to do, or are there any museum opened? Or think the contrary, think the opposite. When people are looking to a museum, do they look straight, or people that are going to the museum, do they look straight, all right, what are the museum in Bordeaux? Or do they start looking first, what kind of activity can I do in Bordeaux on a rainy day, on a weekend? And then they're gonna read an article saying, all right, on a rainy day, you can go shoe shopping, or you can go on a museum, right? Museum sounds good. What are the museum open in Bordeaux this Sunday? All right, then they're gonna find another article, another webpage about all the museums that are open. All right, they're gonna select 2 museums that they liked, Musée du Vin or La Cité du Vin. And once again, they're gonna, because they don't want to miss this experience. They got 2 days only during the entire week to rest, to do the activities, so they do not want to waste it. So they're gonna look for reviews. I don't know if I managed to put this in your mind, how the buying process is changing, and how it's kind of different according to each business. Once again, do not hesitate to stop me. For me, it's really clear, and that's the challenge, making it really understandable for everyone. So yeah, big fan is, well, it's more important than ever. Every company, every hotel, every restaurant that have failed, they got a product, right? They got product. Everybody, it's easy to build a product. It's easy to build the services. You can go on the street and say, all right, I have my services. I'm going to offer free tour or not free tour. I'm going to offer paying tour of Bordeaux. You get your product. But what's hard is finding your customers. If business failed, it's not that they didn't have a product, it's because they didn't have enough customers. So getting a product is really fun. Getting traction is really hard. My advice, and the advice I give to most of the business owners that I work with, generally speaking, when you launch a business, you want to be everywhere. You want to be on social network. You want to get a really nice website. You want to be on TripAdvisor. You want to be on Airbnb. You want to be on Booking. You want to be everywhere. Focus where the money is. This is if you gotta just remind something from this conference is focus where the money is. There is at the end of the day, all that matters is getting money for your business. Without money, you don't survive. So how do you get customers? If I say scalable or unscalable, Do you know those words? Unscalable is doing something that you can repeat tens or hundreds times at the same time. For example, customer service. Customer service is hardly scalable because you're going to take care of each customers one by one, right? But doing advertisement, it's scalable because you can reach tens of thousands of people at the same time. So to get customers, you just have to find the right acquisition channels. And there is 19 of them. I'm gonna list every one of them and I'm gonna explain most of them. But before listing everything, how do you find your channel? And I'm gonna share with you a quick, simple and easy 4-step process for you to so you can find your own acquisition channel for your own company. Just remember that for each business, each company, the acquisition channel online is different. First steps, basically, you get a brainstorm. Where do my customers come from? Once again, you brainstorm, you ask your current, your past clients, your leads, your colleagues, your managing director, maybe. You ask them, all right, where do my customers come from? Do they hear from my business first through existing platform, through Airbnb, through TripAdvisor? Or do they look for me on the internet? Do they read about my business through Instagram or on a newspaper? So you gotta ask those questions to your clients. You gotta know where do they come from. Once you brainstorm and listed all the ideas, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that later. You gotta prioritize because maybe from all your ideas, you're gonna come from with, I don't know, 10 acquisition channels. But scaling, getting customers from 10 acquisition channels, basically you can't because you don't have much time at the end of the day. You only get 8 hours per day, 5 days a week. You gotta focus. Once again, focus where the money is. So you gotta prioritize to which channel brings you the better return on investments. Maybe it can be easy to think, all right, I've been reactive on Facebook, I've been reactive on Instagram, I'm posting really nice photos of what I'm cooking, I've been posting really nice photos of my hotel room, I've been doing partnerships. It takes me a lot of times, but I've managed to get 10 customers. All right, good. But sometimes you just subscribe on TripAdvisor maybe, and you get 1 customers, but this one customers bring you more. I mean, the return on investment was way more important than taking taking photos, posting, replying. So you gotta prioritize once again where the money is. One quick thing to know how to prioritize is there is three different factors. What's the potential impact of these acquisition channels? What's the compound effect? And is it easy to test? Is it easy to try? Think of an acquisition channel. For example, getting on newspaper. Getting on newspaper is pretty easy. Basically, you call the newspaper, West France or Sud-Ouest. All right, I want an advertisement. Okay, it's gonna cost you 2,000 euros. Boom, easy. You pay, you get your test. But getting customers through partnerships, it's long because you're gonna build a partnership, you're gonna find the right partners, you're gonna take time. So when you're listing all your ideas, all your acquisition channel, think about that. Think how long does it gonna take? Is it easy to test? And what is the potential impact of it? If you want to go deeper into that, try to list also several factors. How much money you get? Are you in B2B business? Are you in B2C business? Do you know B2B, B2C? Yes? All right. What's the lifetime value of my customers? How much money they will bring to my business over time? Try to think of all those different factors. But if you gotta remember only 3, remember is it easy? What's the impact? And what's the compound effect? Yeah.
What do you mean by compound effect?
Compound effect is, does it gonna get an effect on all the channels? For example, maybe you heard the advice, and we're gonna go that through later. Maybe you heard the advice of, yeah, it's really important. I have to have a blog. Why do you need to have a blog? All right, because blogs can be really powerful for some search engine optimization, SEO. Okay, that's the compound effect. But maybe advertisement, being on the front page or being, I don't know, on the second page, doesn't have a snowball effect on other channels. Once you know what your testings, look for sign of what is working. How to get find? Just once again, ask questions about your customers. And once you found what's working, really double down on it until this channel, this acquisition channel, is no more profitable. Try to go all your forces, all your strength on it until it's no more profitable. I'm gonna go back to this really quick slide that says basically, if you can find an acquisition channel where your competitor is not, that's the gold. That's what they call the blue ocean strategy. Does this concept of blue ocean, red ocean mean something to you? Basically, think of businesses as a lake. But on this lake, every business is a shark. And if all the businesses are on the same acquisition channel, for example, social network, they're all going to try to fight together to get one customers. This is a red ocean strategy because there is blood everywhere. Everybody's going to try to fight. But if you find an acquisition channel where you're all by yourself, for example, making YouTube video, none of your competitors have been thinking of making YouTube videos. You're all by yourself. This is a blue ocean strategy, and this is gold because basically it's gonna be a free way for you. All you have to do is do your things, do your YouTube videos, and that's it. No need to get into the competition. But yeah, find what's work and do more of it. Easy. Now let's go back to the channel. I know you've been waiting for the 19 channels. Here they are. I won't explain every one of them. Maybe you'll get the slides later. But basically, you get a mix of channels through internet, viral marketing, social and display advertisements on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, affiliate programs, partnerships, existing on other platforms, email marketing. And I just wanted to, so there is like 19 of them. It's quite a lot. So, and none of them, some of them are in 2020 are really rocking. I've been working once again with a lot of SMEs, a lot of smaller businesses, and they applied a few channels that I'm going to present just below that, and it's been working really well for you. And I'm sure 2020, 2021, 2022, it might and it will work for your business too. So yeah, I'm going to talk about viral marketing, public relationships, and search engine marketing. Viral marketing. Being viral, that's magic word. When you're working with marketing people, it's really funny how they say, yeah, try to make this post viral. Just like it's a math, it's a recipe, right? Or I'm gonna put two likes and 3 comments, and boom, this post will be viral. That is completely wrong. When we're talking about viral marketing, is basically you get customers, you do your job so well, your service is so perfect, your kitchen is so good that they're gonna talk to other people, all right? And they're gonna bring customers, just like COVID-19. Customers. You pass it out all along, right? So users start, one user found your service, found your product. He really loved it. He talked to it about your service, your product to their family, to their friends, and the friends and family that tried your product. And once again, this is a cycle. This is viral marketing. But what if I told you that there is a way of provoking this kind of viral marketing. Everybody wants to be viral. And if you do not provoke it, basically that's word of mouth. Yeah, I thought I forgot the word, but no. That's word of mouth. But you can be smarter than word of mouth. Word of mouth is super important. I'm pretty sure you've heard it already. You know it by heart. Maybe your teacher saying all along that being like excellent customer service is what causes word of mouth. But there is a way of causing this viral marketing. And I'm just gonna talk, don't worry, this is the only time we're gonna talk about mathematics. And it's not even a real formula. This is something that us marketing people, we made up just to map it out how we can be viral. So the viral is what we call the K factor. So the K factor, just right here, it's a formula. It's a multiplication of the number of invitations one of the friend or the user is going to send to their families and friends, and the percentage of conversions that people are going to go. For example, let's say that's once again your restaurant. You just opened, and once again the way you cook is perfect, is excellent. Your kebab is amazing, and for every customer that goes into your restaurant, one of them, for every 2 person, one of them is talking to your friend, to their friend, and to their family about how good it is. And everybody, so that would be number of invites sent by each customer. 1 person talk to 1 friend. It would be 1. Multiplied by the percentage of conversions. Every time someone said, all right, someone heard about your business, they said, all right, there is a 50% chance they're going to come into visit you. That would be 50%. And that's how it works. And once you map it out, you can easily know how you can, what do you need to increase? Do you need to increase the percentage of conversions? So percentage of conversions can be increased on your website, on your social medias, or the number of invitees that every one of your users is sending. And maybe it sounds blurry right now, but I'm going to show you one quick viral marketing program that I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with. Before that, so the K factor, the goal is to get a K factor superior of 1. If you get a K factor inferior to 1, basically you are not viral. You don't get any viral growth. If you get a K factor of 1, from each customer that you get, they're going to bring another one. And the goal, the game at the end of the day is to get customers, one of your customers, to bring at least more than 1 people. Now think of, everybody's know Airbnb, of course, right? Think of Airbnb. When you subscribe to the platform and when you booked, do you remember what kind of email, what kind of message you get on the platform or on your inbox? When was the last time you booked with Airbnb? This summer? And don't you remember anything from it? All right. Once you book with Airbnb, and so you are happy about the service, and you're gonna receive an email saying, if you share this email or invite one of your friends or 2 of your friends, if one of them subscribe to the platform, they're gonna get $10. Now, does it remind a bit to everyone? That's viral marketing, and basically, they crack the code. They're trying to get each user to send a lot of number of invitees. For example, all right, try to gain $10 by sending this quick code to your friends, and maybe they know that for each person, because $10 can be attractive for some people. So $10. One user going to send to 3 persons at least. That would be 3, and they know the conversion rate on the website. Maybe it's converting at, I don't know, 20%. And that's viral marketing. But not only Airbnb have been doing that. I would say travel tech companies have been doing this. You get also Booking.com, if you're or TripAdvisor or La Fourchette. every kind of those websites have been doing the same way. Try to rewarding people by offering them something in exchange of them sending them users. So that's not only word of mouth, that's engineered marketing through viral marketing. Now so those businesses are pretty big, right? They got thousands of employees. What about SMEs? What about smaller businesses? And that's something you can do. Once again, I told you at the beginning of the sessions, those businesses are dinosaurs. Would you be, if you are making, I don't know, a meal at $20 at 20 euros, and you are making 50% of return on investment on this meal? That means you are making 10 euros per meal you're serving. Would you be? Don't you want to be I don't know, offering 5 euros, or offering a bottle of Coke, or I don't know, offering a bottle of wine or something for each customer you already have? Is bringing more customers to your business. And you can easily doing that through your social media, through Instagram. There is no need to build this complicated platform where they receive an email according to the behavior on the website. You can easily doing that by, tracking piece of paper or social media. So once again, you can apply this viral marketing to any kind of business. And that's something that is really lacking of business right now, especially for the smaller one, because they don't know it exists and they don't know they can crack the code. So once you're gonna go into your internship, try to think of it. Then public creations. Public creation is basically appearing on newspaper, appearing on any journalist blogs, appearing on the TV, national television at 8 o'clock during the news. It's journalists that are gonna speak about your business. It's not advertising. You are not paying those journalists. It's definitely not advertising, and it will help you build brand awareness and brand trust. For getting into PR, public relations, what you need is a good storytelling. There is, once again, all those businesses, especially the smaller ones, all the ways they're communicating, all the ways they are writing on their website, writing to journalists, writing to newspaper, is boring. They do not get any good storytelling. Even though right now we tend to notice that the restaurants that just opened by a younger crowd, people that just been out of right after the business school, tend to get a way much better storytelling, because they're telling, oh yeah, I've been studying into Tokyo and I learned how to cook in XYZ and I came back to Bordeaux. That's a good storytelling. And you gotta find for every business can have a good storytelling, and you gotta find your way of getting one. To get a good storytelling, and so it can be shareable by journalists, basically you need to have a good product or good services, what it is, and especially what does it do, what are the benefits. Maybe the benefits of course for restaurants, it can be you are eating nicely, but it's more than that. Maybe you want your restaurant to be a family restaurant, so family can get back together, family can spend some quality times. That's your product. Then you have to find your purpose. What's your reason for being? Maybe for myself, I created Cosmo Logo because I was sick of marketing agency taking benefits of smaller businesses. That's my purpose. So you're gonna find, and you get to write it for your own businesses. And finally, you gotta find your patience. You gotta be authentic. Now, I said at the beginning, sometimes when I speak, I'm quite rude. I don't do it nicely. I go straight to the facts. This is me being authentic, because for most of the businesses, especially in the hotel business, they're trying to be really nice to people, but they're not really authentic. They're faking it. Maybe sometimes you're gonna find a hostel. I've never been to one of them yet, where you can really see there is a history behind it. Maybe it's a family business. They've been established in 1990s, and they've been running through the same old tradition. That's being authentic. for your business, trying to be authentic, please. There is enough boring business on the internet. And of course, for good storytelling, try to be creative. There is one, just before showing a really good storytelling and really good public relations that I liked. Just want to talk to you really quickly about how public relationship and influencer marketing are more or less the same. Sometimes when you're a business, you want to those big influencers on Instagram to talk about your business. So you're paying them. All right, I don't know. All right, Kenza, pay me 2,000 euros and make a post about my restaurant. Sometimes it's the same with journalists. You gotta build a rapport. When I was working at Sambot, it was pretty common for journalists because getting on a boat is sexy, right? You're gonna sailing vacation in Greece or in Croatia, it's pretty good. And those journalists, they are trying to get benefit out of it. Basically, all right, offer me a boating vacation, and I will write an article about your company. Try to be careful with that, because there is absolutely no guarantee that because you've been sleeping at your hostel, eating at your restaurant, you're gonna get an article out of these journalists. Because journalists, those are not the one who decide what to publish. Editors decide what to publish, not journalists. So try to connect, but mostly be careful if a journalist say, all right, I want to go to, I will only write about your business only if you offered me a free meal or a free night. Try to be careful with them. Of course, when you're talking with journalists, try to be likable and have something to say, have a good story. This is a really good tool. It's called hunter.io, and it allows you to find any emails. You heard, I see you nodding. Do you know about this tool?
Yeah, you take the name of the company and you find the email of the CEO or public manager or something.
Absolutely. Everybody knew this tool already, or first time? All right, I'm gonna share a quick demonstration with you. It's quite powerful, or maybe I can't. Yes. All right. I'm going to go into enter.io, and let's say I know there is this journalist. I saw him on LinkedIn, or I saw him on Facebook. I don't know. I know this person is working at TF1, and I want to reach out to this person. I want to tell him, all right, I've got the most beautiful restaurant ever. You gotta tell a story about it. And how do you contact with those people? Basically, you go into the website, you type, let's say, yeah, TF1.fr, and it's gonna give you straight away the email address of those people. That's legal, by the way. That's completely legal. Do not worry about it. So pretty powerful for finding email of journalists, but also on your day-to-day life, if you're applying for jobs, trying to do some business partnerships, try to use this tool. Back to the presentation. So if you want to connect with a journalist, think of Hunter.io. There is plenty of other tools that do the same, but Hunter.io is French and they are showing really good performances. So this one, I was talking about something being creative. A big hotel chain in the UK, what they did during the summer, they mapped all the color of the sands across the different beaches across the UK border. They made a website about it, where basically choose your sand color, and it sends you to the perfect beach for you. And it was published by dozens of newspapers. People have been talking about that on TV. That's really good public relationships. That's being creative, and you gotta find something. Every business can make something cool that can be shareable by journalists. Just try to think of something on your own for your own business. Growing on existing platforms, that's nothing new. You already know about that. That's a way of acquiring customers. Basically, if you do not have time to build your website, build a social presence. You just have to subscribe to the channels. Once again, nothing new. You already knew about it. Why it can be interesting? Because basically, if you are a business owner or if you got a small team, it's you versus the thousands of employees, thousands of engineers that have been building out their website, really good performing website, building out their brand. So it can save you a lot of times, but be careful. Be careful. Do not rely only on those platforms because, first of all, there is a cost control. They're getting a fees out of you, and the fees can be quite important. And the more we're gonna go, the more the fees are gonna go higher because they need to make money. Every year they have to answer to investors, and if they do not make enough money, well, basically it's really bad for them, and the action share gonna decrease. So they need to make money. So money through fees, through increasing fees. When I was working on the bot rental company, when I first came as a company, our fees were like 10%. Now the fees is mostly about 12 or I think it was even 17%, depending on the partners. But even though for business owners, 17% can be really super high. So try to not to rely on those platforms only, especially that you will have sorry about that, I'm getting tired here. You will have absolutely no control over the algorithm. They can change the algorithm overnight, and maybe you were showing first, and overnight you're gonna show last. Really, really dangerous. And of course, you will have absolutely no brand control. The strength of small businesses is a brand. Why won't you go to a small restaurant compared to the one of Philippe Etchebest? Because maybe the small restaurant is owned by a small family and they are relatable. They get a really good brand compared to Philippe Etchebest. But on TripAdvisor or on La Fourchette, you're gonna all have the same font, all have more or less the same pictures. It's gonna be quite difficult. No brand control on the existing platform. And now we're gonna come to my favorite part, and this is, maybe that was really intense before that. I promise you, this is the last part, and this is the one I like the most, is search engine marketing and search engine optimization. Because everybody knows what search engine optimization is.
Maybe when you type in, it starts coming up your name. Like you type in hotel and your name is the first one.
Yes, that's part of the answer. Good answer. Basically, search engine optimization or SEO. I'm going to say SEO because it's much easier to say. SEO is how you rank websites on Google or any search engine. But since Google has a monopoly of search engine, I'm going to talk only about Google. If you're typing hotel in Bordeaux, hotel in Paris, what makes a website? Being the first one, being the second one, being the third one. That's SEO. And this is my day-to-day life, my day-to-day business. I spend most of my time trying to rank those websites better, because there are basically, if you are not on page one, you do not exist and you're dead. Sorry. So now let's spend some time decrypting a web page. So last night, when I was finishing this nice and beautiful presentation with a lot of colors, I typed Café in Bordeaux. And this is a basic web page that your customers are going to find. And on this web page, there is 3 different items. Oh, and by the way, this is a part SEO. I've been working with some business owners that their SEO is terrible. Their website is terrible. So if you put just a little bit of effort into your website, into your presence on Google, I can guarantee that you can come into the first page pretty easily. So yes, the search web page, it got 3 items. You got the ads at the top of it. Sometimes it's 1. Most of the times it's at least 3. There is the local results. Those appears when you are looking for a business, a service, plus localization. France, Spain, Barcelona, Ibiza, Paris, Bordeaux. Doesn't really matter what you're looking for. If you put a place next to it, this result is going to come. And once again, this is what people are looking for. If you remember this small buying funnel, we are at the bottom of it now. Now people know that they want to go to a restaurant. They know that they want to go to a cafe. They know that they want to go to an hotel. So they're typing hotel in plus in localization. And so this is going to come most of the times. And this is what we call local results. And at the end of it, you got the organic results, the SEO. Do not worry, do not panic. You can rank those three elements. They are linked together, of course, but it doesn't mean that if you are first here, you're going to be first here and you're going to appear here. And it's the same. If your website it's on the third page of Google, you can appear quite easily. So yeah, organic results. It's organic results. It's SEO. It's having a website. Nothing new here. Getting ranking a website is quite complicated. The algorithm, the Google algorithm, it's a black box. Nobody knows exactly what's make a website rank. If Google suddenly say or published by the algorithm, they will go out of business. That's how they make money. But it's been years that the algorithm is in place, and we've been trying out SEOs. We've been marketing people, SEOs, just like me. We've been trying with testing, and we've been documenting. So now we know that there are more than 200 factors that makes a website rank. And that's quite a lot, right? You cannot remember those 200 factors. Mostly that's why company pay us, but but you can, for people like us, for simple people, simple human being, we can group those 200 factors into 3 categories. And once again, that's not because you get a website that you're going to rank, but if you try to optimize for the 3 categories, I can guarantee you that you're going to be at least on the first page. Because when you are playing on this old industry, that is the leisure business, leisure travel and tourism, the websites are terrible and you can outrank them easily. So I'm going to start by technical factors. Once again, you are not engineers, I'm not an engineer, but it's pretty easy to know, is your website secure? Is it trustworthy? Basically, I know it sounds stupid, but I see websites that have those kind of links do not mention anything about pornography. Do not mention anything about gambling. Do not mention anything about shady business. Try avoid, if you get a partner page, try to avoid casinos, for example, or links pointing to casinos. That is being recognized by Google. Does your website is quick enough? If your website takes, I don't know, 5 seconds, 10 seconds to load, that's way too much. How you can reduce speed, increase loading speed, sorry. Most of the time, try to reduce the image weight. When you're creating a website, you tend to put the nicest image you have and do not format them well enough. Are all the pages recognized by Google? Sometimes you will be creating a website for your cafe, for a restaurant, for your hostel, and you think Google knows your website is existing, but it's not, because your page is not recognized by Google. Is there any errors on your website? Is it responsive? In 2021, Google gonna favorize websites that are easily readable on mobile phone compared to the one on desktop. So is it responsive? Really important. 2 pretty easy tools that you can apply and you can use already to know if your website is good on the technical side. Both are from Google. First one is Page Speed Insights. You basically put your website URL and give you a score from 0 to 100 with all the things you need to do to optimize the speed of your website. And then you got the Google Search Console, and it's basically a tool where Google show you any errors that is on your website. Once again, you are not technical people. I am not a technical people. You are other priorities, serving customers, making customers happy. But it's still nice to know about the thing, especially if you're going to work with agencies or one guy or two or different people that are going to create your website. You want to know if they're not taking benefit of you because you don't know anything about SEOs. So try, when you get a website, if you're working in a company soon for your internship, try to put your website into this tool. It will give you an idea if your website is good or not. Then we have what we call the on-page factor. The on-page factor is, I would say, this is what, once again, small businesses, restaurants, hostels are struggling the most with. It's basically, does my page is well structured enough? Does my page have the right content and targeting the right keywords? A page is pretty simple. Think of it as when you are writing your notes right now. A page needs to have a title, need to have headings that can be like headings can be the equivalent of subtitles. And when you are creating a page on your website, you can select the importance of the subtitles. This is what we call heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading X. No need to panic. Most of the time, 99% of the time, you just have to, when you are creating your sentences, you just have to select saying, all right, this is going to be my title, this is going to be my heading 1, my heading 2, my content. But try to structure your page the way you structure your notes right now. Titles, headings, content. And I can guarantee, once again, every time I can go into any website, the business you're going to do your internship, there is like 50% chance you are not respecting this simple hierarchy. If you want to find keywords, I'm going to quick step back. Ranking on Google is basically targeting the right keywords. Keyword is what people are typing on Google. If you are selling, I don't know, if you are selling cafe or shoes, you won't appear for people looking for an hostel because the keywords are not the same. But you need to find what people are typing on Google. And there is 3 free tools. Most of the tools we are using are pay. You need to pay for using those tools, but those tools are free. And you can use, anyone can use. It's called Ubersuggest, Word Tracker, and Moz.com. And it will help you find the right keyword for your business so you can put those into your website. Try to, once again, you will put your keyword into your web page, but trying to make it naturally. 10 years ago, to make your website rank, all you needed to do was to put the keyword again and again and again and again. If you are trying to rank a website for hostel, you can write a small text saying, my hotel is the best hostel in all the hostel in Bordeaux hostel, and your website would rank for the keyword hostel in Bordeaux. Now that's not the case anymore. But still, you still need to find and target the right keyword on your page. And the last one is called the backlinks factor. So remember 3 different categories. We saw the technical, we saw the on-page, the backlinks. Backlinks is basically external websites pointing to your website. So the more you get, the better it is. And it's super hard getting website to links to your website because it requires an effort. Basically saying to someone, oh, can you log into your website? Can you create a specific link for my website? It takes time. Nobody wants to do it. Plus, well, this is one of the most important factors, getting links from other websites. Try not to, getting links, you have to get links as much as you get, but also in terms of quality. So quantity and quality. Because Google is going to rank websites according to their quality. For example, the local kebab websites do not have the same strength from Google's eyes compared to TF1 website or Sud-Ouest website. Sud-Ouest website is really powerful compared to the local kebab. So getting the links from Sud-Ouest would be way more powerful than from your local kebab. If you are, once again, for your business, for your hostel, restaurant, places you're gonna work, try to get links from your local network. It could be the local producer of food, your local food producer, the one you buy your food from. It could be the cafe nearby or the bar nearby. Try to get links from those places to your website. So yeah, I'm gonna skip this part, and just to maybe, if you find yourself in the position of managing an entire business, managing an hotel chain, people might gonna come to you and say, yeah, I read it's super important to have a blog. Do you need to have a blog? No, it depends. Once again, do not focus where the money is, and writing a blog can be really powerful for SEO because you're gonna, with your blog article, you can target all the keywords you want, but it takes time. And ranking a website can take months. And writing a blog, being an internet writer, it's a job. I can't do it. I'm a terrible writer, and most of the people I know are terrible writers too. This is a real job that you have to learn. So my advice would be, unless you cannot do otherwise, try not to create a blog, or try to outsource to someone else. Really cool tool, if you need to write a blog and you need to find what to write about, is called answerthepublic.com. So answerthepublic.com, I'm going to show you right now. In answerthepublic.com, basically you enter the keyword, one keyword you want to rank for. For example, let's say we're a hotel business, and we're an hotel business in, let's say United Kingdom. You search for it, and I'm going to show you all the questions people have been asking about hotel over the internet. Pretty powerful, right? You're going to find all the questions. So you get the data here. Are hotel pool open? Are hotel spas open? Can hotel swimming pool open? How hotel star work? And it can give you ideas on what to write on your blog, what to write on your social post, what to write on your social media. And once again, if you think about the acquisition funnel, if you want to target people that are typing question and doesn't even know your business is existing, that's a really good way. Because maybe you're going to write an article about can hotel pool are open, and someone with a swimsuit ready to jump gonna type it on your website. Oh yes, it's a really cool blog. But and he's gonna be really curious. He's gonna explore the website and you're gonna find that, oh, this is actually not a blog, but it's come from an hotel. Oh yeah, this hotel is really nice. I will go to this hotel. So yeah, really simplified view, but generally speaking, that's how it works. So if you need to find inspiration on what to write, what to say, don't forget Answer the Public. Right, almost the end. Local or organic results. So if you remember webpage, you get the organic result here, the advertisement just right here, and here it's something that anybody can help here on. The only condition is having what we call a Google My Business account. Google My Business account is something that you subscribe, it's free, and it will allow you of appearing here. Everything you see just right here, it's an account. L'Alchemist Cafe in Bordeaux, they created a Google Business account, Google My Business account. It's compulsory. If you do not have a Google My Business account, you do not appear on Google Maps, you do not appear on local results. Now, once again, it's a competitive place. How you can appear being the third one to the first one to the second one, or not even appearing here. you got several factors. First one is, of course, you're already aware of that, is getting review. Getting reviews are really important. But I'm going to tell you something that mostly don't know about is review. Doesn't matter the review, if it's good or if it's bad, try to reply to the review. You have to reply to each and every one review you get. That's a ranking factor. Try to put the keyword you rank for in your title. 2 months ago, I was working with a boating school in Bordeaux called Nicolas Boating School. They got their Google business account, and he called me. The guy was, of course, named Nicolas. He called me, he told me, Pierre, I want to rank on Google. I want to improve my ranking. And I've been into, I say, all right, let me check it out. I've been into typing Permis Vate Bordeaux because that was he wanted to rank for. And I've noticed that he didn't put Permis Vate Bordeaux in his title. He just put his business name, Bateau École Nicolas. So I told him, all right, put the keyword, in addition to your business name, put the keyword you want to rank for. He just put his keyword, and it was #1 in less than 2 weeks. If you are an hotel, if you're a restaurant, if you're a cafe, try to put cafe, restaurant, hotel, plus the name of your business into your Google My Business profile. Name, and then try to fill as much as information as you can get on this profile. Try to get your full name, your full phone number, your full address. You're going to receive a letter, an actual physical letter from Google, just to validate your business is at this right place. So you have to validate your ownership too. Try to get as much as complete as possible. And same as backlinks, same as classic SEO, try to get links from external websites to yours. Finally, I'm going to talk about Google Ads. So Google Ads, it's if your website does not rank on SEO, if your website does not rank on local SEO, you can still appear for people looking for your services by Google Ads. So you can leapfrog and appear straight on the first. Even though your website is not good, you do not have any review or only bad review, do not worry, you can still appear here. How does it work is basically it's a bidding system, it's an auction system where you pay every time you click on an ad, the business has to pay. So if you're typing for your own business, try not to click on the ads because your business is going to pay for it. Sometimes it can be a few cents, it can be 20 cents. Sometimes it can be up to 15 euros one click. Especially for plumbers, lawyers, those business really important, really expensive one, or urgent business, or even the hotel in big metropolitan cities like Paris, Barcelona. One clicks can cost up to 4 euros. So it can be really expensive. Try not to click on your advertisement, business advertisement. But it can be a pretty good way. That's a kind of complicated tab just to show you that if you put some money into Google Ads, doesn't need to be 1,000 euros. It can be a few hundreds, few dozen per month. Doesn't need to be really expensive, but you can, through your keyword research, through looking for your keyword with the tool I gave you, you can see how much people are typing for those keywords every month. And through your conversion rate, through your website, you can basically forecast by putting 500 euros, by putting 1,000 euros, how much sales you're going to get from advertising on Google. And this is just wanted to show you the interface because people doesn't really are not really familiar with the Google Ads interface, where you can get all your performances. That's how it works. You basically say the keywords. So in this term, it was the boat renting company I was working with. You are saying the term you want to bid for. For example, I was saying every time someone look for Mallorca boat rental, I want to pay for people clicking on my advertisement. And you can see they spend thousands of euros on this keyword because these keywords bring business and they bring money. Once again, focus where the money is. And this is the last tool. This is not a tool that's going to make you rank, but this is a tool called Google Analytics. Does someone know this tool already? You think?
Maybe.
Yeah, go for it.
I think it's the same as like YouTube analytics. It basically shows like your growth, like how many more people click on your website.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's something, once again, I found a lot of businesses, small businesses, they don't know about this tool. It's from Google. It's a tool allowing you to see the traffic you get on your website, how many visitors you get on your website per day, per month, per year, compared to the year before. Is it, and it can answer the most important question, does my traffic is increasing or decreasing? Basically, are my efforts paying or not? You can see here it was like from yesterday, 13 of October. This website was increasing a lot in terms of traffic. Two cool features about Google Analytics. It's really simple to put to the website. They get really well. It's really well documented. Once again, we're not engineers, and even I managed to put Google Analytics on different websites. So you can do it too. It can show you how people behave on your website, your page. For example, you are a hotel chain with several locations, Paris, London, Barcelona, and you want to know what people are interested in. And maybe you will notice that your page in Barcelona get most of the traffic compared to the page in London. So now you know where to advertise in Barcelona, because once again, that's what people are looking for. So where the money is compared to other locations. So Google Analytics, it's a nice to have tool. It's not compulsory. It's not going to make you rank, but it's going to make you help understanding how people behave on your website and how you can then improve your performances. Because not only it gives you the behavior on the website, but it will also give you how you are acquiring customers. So it's a little bit small, but just right here, it's say paid search, referral, direct, social media, organic search. So basically, it's going to list all the acquisition channel we saw before, and it's going to tell you, all right, most of the people you get most of the people coming from social media or paid search, and from those people, it's going to tell you the percentage on how many people are converting, how many people are booking on your website, how many people are calling your website. So once again, you can act accordingly. You will notice that maybe social media brings a lot of traffic, but people at the end of the day, they're not buying from you. They do not convert. That's something, then you should act upon this decision. Maybe it's not worth to invest in social media anymore. On the other side, you will notice that investing in Google Ads, paid search, you do not bring a lot of customers, but those customers are converting a lot. And this is where you get most of the money is. So we talked about making a good decision at the beginning, finding your acquisition channel, focus where the money is, this kind of things. Google Analytics will help you making those decisions. Hope it wasn't too complicated. Thanks for your attention. And if you get any questions, fire. Was it understandable?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question. It's not really that much about this, but how did you get from working to getting your first customer in the digital marketing? Because before I started this idea that I was working on, I was thinking of maybe doing like a sort of social media marketing or something like that company. But the biggest problem that I saw was getting those first couple customers before you have any references or anything.
According to you, how we can do it?
I saw that people say that just do it for free until.
Do it for free. Okay. You just get one customer for free. You show him that you get good results, and then you can show him to other people with good referrals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it actually works.
Yeah, it does work.
Okay, good to know.
All right. Not other questions. All right. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.